Yo, 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 it's your boy Real Spill DJL with my mans Rasan, and it's the Daily Dose.
Hey, these fuck niggas gon' hate this shit right here, man. I know these fuck niggas gon' hate this shit. I love this shit though, come on. Hey.
Alright, y'all. So right now, what I want to do to start this off, let's just take an 8-second just moment of silence for Kobe Bryant and everybody who was lost in the helicopter crash right now. So, man, it was a rough weekend for me. I know how it was tough for you too. So I just want to get into it straight off the bat. Kobe Bryant, just some of your best memories with him.
The best things I remember from Kobe is just his relentlessness, his ability to overcome all types of pains, watching them tears rotate a cuff and turn around and come back with the left. Like, those are things that you don't see out of a normal human. I know me, I got brittle ankles on the court and I need a second after I roll an ankle.
Exactly.
I couldn't imagine tearing something and then continuing to play. That's just phenomenal guy.
You hit on it for sure. Definitely playing through broke fingers, all kind of things. Just when we seen him tear his Achilles and he still shoot the free throws, seen both of them. So that just shows you what kind of competitors he was. I know even back, this way back, high school, AAU, anytime you seen somebody with a Kobe elite backpack, you seen a team come in with that, with the Kobe's on, they was finna hoop. They were definitely finna give you a bucket. So, man, it's just tough. Some of his best moments, the 81-point game, you think of his MVP, how he should at least had 3 or 4.
That's what I would think.
Easy.
I mean, MVPs sometimes get skewed when a guy's been the best player for about 10, 15 years, and some certain guys go up and down, and then you got to sprinkle in other players. But Kobe definitely deserved at least 2 more MVPs.
But no, definitely more than 1. We could agree he definitely deserved more than 1.
Almost definitely. Steve Nash kind of came in and robbed a couple guys. So.
Yeah. Mike D'Antoni will do that for you, though. Yeah, that system he has is tough, man. It's definitely a tough system. I remember, I don't know if you remember this, the LeBron versus Kobe commercials with the little Muppets.
Of course.
Man, just all the memories that we grew up with this guy. Like, this is the closest thing to Jordan probably will ever see. From the way he talked, the way he carried himself, and the way he went out on the court and executed that.
Yeah, and what's unfortunate, though, is I don't like to get streamed up in this, is how people try to, detect and deter and bring everything kind of back to Jordan. But let this man Kobe have his moment. Only guy I know in the league that is going to have 2 numbers retired with the same franchise for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Exactly.
Brought 5 chips in, and I know people say, 3 of them he had Shaq, but wasn't like Kobe's playing second fiddle too much. He was out there giving people buckets.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And just on top of all that, I mean, this is a 2-time Finals MVP, a 2-time scoring champion, 11-time first team All-NBA, 9-time all first team defense. This is an all-world player we're talking about. Not to even mention, the 2 Olympic stints he had where he won gold.
Yeah.
So it's just what he meant to the game of basketball.
Legendary. And I want to get your thoughts on this. What you think about them changing the logo to Kobe?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not too sure why it was Jerry West in the first place, but I mean, I'm definitely not opposed to that. I seen the petition online. I believe it said 300,000 signatures so far.
Oh, it's probably up in the millions by now.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be, because that was earlier this morning. So, I'd imagine so. I'm definitely gonna be signing that, because that's how could you not? The Mamba for the logo? Like, that's crazy. Like, it's crazy not to have him for everything he's done for the game, and even what he was doing for the women's game right now. Excuse me.
Yeah, most definitely. And rest in peace to Gigi as well.
Yes.
A great young talent, a killer on the court in short order, and it's just unfortunate that your life get taken that young. And
yes,
at 13, I mean, I remember me being 13. I couldn't imagine thinking you having 50, 60, 70 years ahead of your time and meeting your untimely demise.
Yeah.
I just read a report just now saying that she was still in his arms.
Oh, wow.
At the time when they found the bodies, and it's just a sad case. I'm not a father, but I can only imagine the fear in your body and the fear in your life trying to guard your baby girl while the helicopter's going down. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, man, I'm just at a loss for words. Like, literally, Kobe Bryant. I remember first seeing the reports, and I'm like, oh, man, they back to this fake somebody died stuff. But yeah, I thought we left that in 2015. So it's like, yeah. I couldn't even believe it. And then I turned to ESPN, and everybody's talking about it, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is real. Like, this is happening.
Yeah, I was on the phone with a lady, and she's like, oh yeah, Kobe died. I'm like, man, shut up. It's like, don't even play like that.
Yeah,
there's not even nothing to
joke about.
There's not nothing to joke about. Let's wait a few minutes, and so the dispelment can come. And unfortunately, it didn't come, and it took me to later that night to gather my emotions to even think like, wow, this is a guy that's really gone, and the way he touched the game is just different.
And even if we just take it outside of just basketball on a basketball court, think of, I know I work in an office type setting, so anytime anybody crumples up a paper, what's the first thing you hear them say when they're about to shoot it?
Everybody yelling Kobe.
Kobe, make, miss, whatever. Kobe was not scared to take shots in big moments, and you know, we loved him for it. He was the greatest bad shot taker in NBA history. Like, Kobe took some shots. You see him pull up like, Kobe, what are you? Oh,
there's money.
That's the Mamba.
I think before Steph, he was the first person I watched play to think like everything he put up, I'm not shocked that it's going in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now the only other person to give me that feeling is Steph at this point. But before then, we all remember. I think Kobe had the 3-point lead made, 3-pointers made in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Before Steph. I think he was.
Yeah, he was definitely on that list for sure, man. His accolades are. We could go on this whole pod about him, but he was definitely a special player. Like, man, it's just tragic, and like I said, everybody involved who lost someone in this it's tough, man. Like, this is crazy. How many times has Kobe Bryant took in a helicopter ride? And man, it's just hard. It's just hard. He was the embodiment of relentlessness, like you said, like Mamba mentality. And I definitely want to get out to Los Angeles and visit the sports academy he opened. I know a lot of prominent players train there, so just to be in the midst of that greatness, to see the house that Kobe built, like that's just a huge thing right now.
Yeah, I know we get into a lot of GOAT talk, and I feel like a lot of times Kobe does get skipped over.
Oh, yeah.
Even though from my personal beliefs, I think LeBron's the GOAT, but a guy that got 5 chips, it's tough to just skip over that. I mean, even if granted the different accolades that other guys have, I mean, it's not too many guys with 5 chips.
Yeah, no, not at all. And the thing about it is, he did it in a modern era, and he's played against all your favorite. No matter who you are right now in this world, he's probably played against your favorite player. And probably gave him 30 at least.
It probably gave him 30, yeah.
Probably gave him 30 at least. Like, man.
The 81-point game. Whew. The 55 on Jordan after Jordan was talking noise about him. He
that
came
was
back
tough.
And gave him hell. So
yeah, man. Kobe never backed down. He never backed down. And just moments like this make you just realize what's important. Like, I know Jay Williams on ESPN, he was saying, don't for lack of rephrasing, don't have animosity for people who are important for situations that aren't. You know, let that stuff go. Like, it's not worth it, because who knows, any second could be your second. You know, you get called home, so you don't want to do that. This was just a wake up call for me, just, you know, to live in the right now, and every second because man, I mean, out of all the MVPs that we have had in this NBA league since the merger, all of them are alive except for, well, including Kobe now, 3.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy. When you say that out loud, that is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just to think all the things he overcame, all the scandals,
Yes.
of course, and how he overcame that, came back and won the championship, the feuds with
In
Shaq.
the midst, of course.
The feuds and the differentness and the one to get traded, the one to walk out and go to Chicago, and them not really getting him too much help at the twilight of his career. It's like, and then the injuries to fight through that and come back. And in regular fashion, off storybook fashion, it's like to drop 60 points in your last game.
Oh, that's tough.
Even though it took 50 shots, it's crazy.
I don't care if it took 100. And usually I'm big on the, hey, be efficient. But the way Kobe took 50 shots, yeah, you could say that. But they were losing that game.
Yeah.
And who
down
else would
14.
you have rather take those shots than Kobe Bryant? Who else would you want to take those shots? And the craziest part, he scored 61, and they came back and won that game in the last seconds of that game.
Yeah. And ended the game on an assist. And it's stuff you just can't make up. Just some stuff you just can't.
You can't. He is undeniably a top 10 player NBA history. That's whatever position you want to say, whatever era you want to say. He's top 10 and it's not debatable. Of course. You got to put him there.
I read tweets from Magic saying he's the greatest Laker ever. And when you bring up Lakers,
Oh, yeah.
I know Magic was a pioneer for the game and stuff like that, but you're going to see more Kobe jerseys than you see Magic jerseys when you go to LA.
That's true. That's
before this tragedy, and that's just what it is.
Kobe took the torch and he definitely ran with it. He did not falter. He stepped up to the challenge for beating those big three Celtics. That was huge. Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo. That was a loaded team. We like to talk about super teams, but that's probably 4 Hall of Famers on one team?
Yeah.
That's 4 Hall of Famers.
Not
Kobe
to mention they had some great role players.
Oh,
you got
yeah.
Big Baby Davis, you got Kendrick Perkins.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Guys like that, I mean.
Yeah, let's talk about the coach. They had Doc.
Yeah.
When you have Doc Rivers as your coach, you always have a chance.
Yeah, I can say that.
You got a chance to do something with Doc. And it's just so unfortunate. We lost him this 41 years old. Wow, man, 41 years old. It's just crazy. It just feels like a dream still, a bad dream. And where we go from here is just everybody being their best selves. I remember a few years back when he used to he did the little challenges for everybody, like, hey, Giannis, this is what I'm challenging you to do. LeBron, this is what I'm challenging you to do. Kevin Durant, this is what I'm challenging you to do. Remember when he did that?
Yeah, that
was
the
cool.
detail.
Yeah.
That was Jason
huge.
Tatum. He watched that 100 times and came back out, and he even tried to emulate Kobe. He was putting everything.
Yeah, he was implementing those things in the game. So I don't know if that was the right thing to do at that moment, but I mean, he did it. You could actually see the change in his game from game to game, and it just speaks to the level where they hold, to the standard they hold Kobe.
His influences on him.
Exactly. Man, that's tough. He's one of the greats.
Oh, most definitely. No question. It's beyond basketball.
It's beyond basketball. Mamba mentality is not just strictly to the court. You can take that in your daily lives. Look at all of the people you see come reaching out to tweet, Instagram. This man, Kobe, touched the world. Mm-hmm. Not just basketball fans, not just Lakers fans. He touched the world.
I think Kobe is more responsible for the globalization of basketball than just about anybody. Because if you go to China,
he's up there.
You go to Greece, you go to all these foreign lands, and you see who they believe is the best.
Kobe is second behind nobody.
It's gonna be Kobe.
When we go worldwide, Kobe is second behind nobody.
Kobe is probably loved in China more than Yao Ming is loved in China.
And that's saying something, because Yao's impact, it seems like everybody had a Yao Ming jersey. The Asian culture is already huge in Houston, but man, that really brought eyes on the NBA at that moment. And just to stay on the NBA topic, what do you think about the league right now? What the direction it's headed now? What do you think? What's going
I like it. I like it to a degree now. I do miss it being more of a defensive game where you can actually hand check and you can actually get into guys and actually stop people. Because the way the rules are set up right now, how fragile it seems the game is tough to even stop a guy. Like, there's no way you should be putting up 150 points in an NBA game. That's crazy.
I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you on that because, I mean, I love to see points score. A good defensive game every now and then is cool, right? But, man, it used to be, back in the day, it used to be games where it was 70s. It was in the 70s. I remember once I'm in the conference finals, it was the Lakers and Spurs. And I might be off a few points here, but it was like 70-something. Like, it was like 78 to 73. And that was the final score, like, of an NBA game where they played all 4 quarters. So it's just like finding that balance is what it should be about. And I love where it's headed as far as the skill level, right? Everybody from 1 through 5 is skilled. Everybody can put that ball on the court. Everybody can pass and have they're not an offensive. You don't see too many offensive liabilities like you used to.
Most definitely. The days of the specialists are gone.
Yeah.
Like, guys like Kyle Korver really can't be in this league anymore because all you do is shoot.
Yeah.
There's certain guys that just came in for fouls. Like in the 90s and 80s, they had guys didn't even pick up a ball, but go in there and get you some fouls.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah, use all 5. It was some use all 5 guys, for sure. So I'm glad we got that out of it. And usually when you talk to older folks, oh man, it's soft. It's not how it used to be. Well, before they were just wrestling. They had some wrestling matches out there, and that's basically what it was. It was some wrestling matches. So I'm glad we got away from that.
More than wrestling, they was throwing punches.
Oh man, all kinds of stuff. It was going down.
WWF.
Like, that's what I mean. Yeah, it was definitely a different game. But I just love the skill level, the talent of these kids. We're seeing some really special players, from Giannis to a Luka Doncic to
Booker.
Man,
Trae
Young. We could go to all these young guys, to a Ja Morant, and to an even newer extent, a Zion Williamson. I think that kid is gonna be special. Like,
talk about that.
He's electric. As soon as he came into this lineup, this team got even. It's a new energy. Like, nobody really regressed too much, if that makes sense. Everybody still looked good. Lonzo is a big concern of mine. That's my brother right there, and he's still involved. I think the last game they just won, they beat the Celtics. He had 15 assists and like 12 points. So I love it when Lonzo is active in finding his teammates and finding his shot within the rhythm.
With Zion, I think the guy's gonna be great. My biggest concern is the monkey and the elephant in the room, as you can say, is the weight. Like, and then he down there in New Orleans. They got them beignets, they got the gumbo, they got the catfish, everything fried.
You could eat good down there.
I
every day.
I hope he got him a nutritionist. I hope he get that weight down. Not too much. Get it down to 275, 265, something like that.
I wouldn't be mad at 250, 255.
No, you need that size, though, because that's going to help.
255 is great. Like, 255, you're still just about bigger than, over half the league.
Because right now, he's Klay Thompson height with Shaq rookie rate.
Yeah.
That's a bad combo.
Is it? When you add in Derrick Rose speed and quickness?
Yeah, because you add in Derrick Rose injury history. That's what you do.
Hey, I can't refute that. That's a fact. Zion has had some trouble staying on the field, but hopefully that's behind him. I know the Pelicans are taking all the precautions they can with minutes restrictions, no back-to-backs.
I don't like that.
All right. What you don't like about it?
Because it's like this. I don't believe the Pelicans are going to make the playoffs.
You're crazy.
I don't believe they are. And you're putting them out there trying to build that chemistry. I get it. But even if they were to make it, by the grace of God, to get the 8th spot, they're going to get smoked by LA in the first round.
I don't know about no smoke. They're not getting smoked by anybody.
They're getting swept.
Ryan Hollins great coach. They'll steal a game, especially in New Orleans. They will get a game. Brandon Ingram is going to be a bucket, and he has something to prove playing against his former team. I don't see them getting swept.
Okay.
I just don't see that. But as far as Zion coming back into the fray, yes, that is amazing for them. That is another 20-10 guy, which I think I told you he was going to be out the gate.
I never denied that. I just denied what I predicted came true as well.
Yeah.
They're in the 12th spot right now. So I don't see the Grizzlies getting too much anywhere. The Trailblazers are catching on. The Spurs have been. I just don't see them jumping 4 or 5 games.
No, I can see that. I can see that easy. It's the West.
Exactly.
It's the West. So I could definitely see that. We just gonna agree to disagree on that, but we can both admit Zion is an amazing talent, and I guess all we can do right now is just keep our fingers crossed he stays healthy, because you hate to see, a career end short because,
What I don't want to hear is any talk of him being Rookie of the Year, because that is Ja Morant.
He could. I mean, it's not possible. It's possible. Zion can come and steal it from him.
No.
Let's not be crazy.
He can steal 40 games too?
He doesn't have to. Let's say this. Let's say Zion keeps averaging 20, 10, and 3, and then Ja falls off. Even if Ja goes to let's say 13 and 5, which is very possible playing with the Grizzlies. It's not like they have a lot of scoring options. It's not, and I could definitely see him getting in slumps. He is a guy that's slight of build. I can see that. I can definitely see him hitting that wall, that rookie wall that happens, especially to guards in this league. They come out so fast and flashy. It happened with De'Aaron Fox. He kind of reminds me of him. He's very quick. Point guards like that, once the league gets enough tape on you in the league, it's okay, we got to do this.
I'm just a proponent of, if you miss 40 games, you out of an award race. That's just me. I'm not even putting Kawhi in MVP race because he's missing so many games. He doesn't
belong there. Yeah, no. He doesn't belong there.
But he's balling, and he's playing about 60 games.
He's actively sitting out. He's actively sitting out these games. There's nothing wrong with him. He is resting on the NBA's dime. Okay. But that just speaks to the volume of the game, the NBA as a whole. How great is this league? You can be healthy and just say, I don't want to play tonight, and still take you home $20 million. That's ridiculous, man. But I'm here for it, because they're not getting paid what they deserve anyways. Of
course not.
Kawhi's worth well more than his contract. Yeah. And let's not even get started on when we talk about a LeBron James. He should be getting $1 billion a year. just off his contract alone. He should be getting I don't know why in sports that are predominantly black, we always feel the need for a salary cap.
Well, yeah, you just said it right there, because it's predominantly black. That's why.
I guess so. But I mean, it's just crazy. Let's change gears here. Let's go to some of these awards. Who you got for MVP right now in the NBA? What you think?
MVP right now, I'm going to have to go with Giannis.
Yeah.
I mean, with Giannis, averaging almost 30 and 13. Number 1 record in the NBA, not just the East, even though the East, it is what it is.
It's the least. Go ahead and say it. The East is the least.
It is what it is with that. And then he's also in the Defensive Player of the Year race at the same time. So it's I got him. Who you got?
Yeah, no, I got Giannis as well for all the reasons you named. He's putting up freakish numbers we have come accustomed to expect from this guy. And it's just man, the ceiling on this guy, if he just gets a decent 3-point shot. His mid-range shot is coming along, but 3, we need a solid 3 from Giannis, and I think we're gonna see that pretty soon within these next coming years, because he's one of those players who has that Mamba mentality. He doesn't have a thing for the glitz and glamour or anything like that. He wants to play basketball.
Most definitely.
So yeah. Man, next thing. What about Rookie of the Year? So I think I already know.
Ja Morant.
Yeah. And I'm definitely with you on that one too.
It's not close.
It's not. There's not a second place. There's not a third place. It's Ja. Like, I'm saying Zion has a chance, but I mean, it's a slim chance, slim to none, and looking more like none by the day. But yeah, no disagreement there. This is one I really wanted to pick your brain about. Most improved player of the year.
I'm in a quarry about this, but I'm saying it's between Pascal Siakam and Luka Doncic.
Ooh, yeah,
and
man.
Luka Doncic. I don't think anyone else has said that. To go from 21 points to averaging 29, 9 and 9, that's different.
Oh yeah. This kid has been a professional since 15 years old. Like, yeah, no, he knows the game inside and out, and that's why he is my most improved player as well. I got him, but I like Siakam. We're getting a lot of foreign players who are just playing at a high level really early now, and the game is just getting exciting. One of the things they can do now in the All-Star game at this point is an All-USA team versus an All-International team.
That would be fun.
Like we could do that. That's something we could see possibly this year. With all the international teams, like that's something that could possibly happen, and that'd be exciting to see. What's your take on that?
I like that a lot better than the boring All-Star game we do have. And, I mean, you know me, I like defense more, and seeing 150 points it's just almost comical.
Yeah. And it gets even crazier in those All-Star games. I think, what was it? 1 year it was like 180 to 150. Like, it gets crazy in those All-Star games. But I think it's in Chicago this year. Let's get into that. Let's talk about these snubs. So this year, like, people love just to be outraged. That's just people's thing. But I didn't see too many this year. I'm gonna go ahead and list some of the ones I had. And I mean, I guess they're snubs, but Bam, that was one that was huge to me. Bam Adebayo, that was a snub.
That's it. That's the snub.
That's the snub. I got a couple other notable mentions. You could put Booker in there.
Yes.
You could put Kyle Lowry in there.
No.
That's my boy. You could put Kyle in there, and Jimmy Butler as a starter.
Yes, that is killing me. Trae Young, and I have an affinity.
People are saying Trae Young should be a starter. If you're gonna take somebody out, take out Kemba Walker.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been hearing that. Oh, Trae Young is averaging 30 and like 9.
Yeah.
What is Kemba averaging? Like, if we're gonna take somebody out of that starting lineup, let's take out Kemba, because Trae has definitely been an all-star, which is respectable.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is respectable.
You're right. See, okay, I do not disagree with that.
Yeah. So with those numbers, we could put Ben Simmons in. I'd rather see Ben Simmons at the point guard at the All-Star game than Kemba Walker. If I'm just gonna be real, all those weapons around Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he's a baller for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we agreed on pretty much most of that stuff. What I do want to hear is your snubs. Who you got?
I only really had one. That's Bam. Like Bam Adebayo. Me, I'm Miami Heat crazy.
Yeah.
So my guys been averaging double all year, playing defense. I mean, they got the number 2 record in the East right now.
Yeah.
Top 5 record in the NBA. So I believe they deserve a little bit more respect.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I'm not that mad at it. It's not that bad.
Voting system has to change. LeBron has played point guard damn near more than half, like 70% of this season, and you couldn't vote for him as a point guard. Jimmy Butler has played shooting guard most of this season.
Right.
Excuse me. And you couldn't put him at shooting guard. So it's just like, this stuff is goofy. I know Jalen Rose loves to use this phrase, it's positionless basketball. And I don't believe the game is there yet. Because, I mean, point guards still can't play center. Shooting guards still can't play power forward. Stuff like that.
Right.
But, I mean, we're as close as we've ever been.
It's cool. I think it should just be the best players. Just get the best guys out there. Don't worry about conferences. Don't worry about positions. Put the best guys on the court.
And the only thing I push back on that, we might leave out some centers. Players might get left out that, should be on a basketball court.
Then get better.
I don't agree with that. Like, yeah, no.
It might be too guard heavy. It definitely will.
It definitely will. especially if we just let the media and not the media, we let fans pick and the players pick. Like, man, those, the media, if they didn't have to pick a center, who's picking a center? So it's just like, put LeBron at center, put Kevin Durant at center, like something like that, which is not a bad idea. But I mean, when you have a Jokic or a Karl Anthony Towns, a Bam Adebayo, somebody like that who's worthy of being an all-star, they just don't have that popularity. It's tough. But let's keep it moving. And what do you think this season is going to come down to at the end? Who's going to be the last two teams standing? Tell me that.
I'm going with the Lakers.
The Lakers. All right now.
And I am going... Gotta go with the Bucks. I want to say my Heat so bad, but I gotta go with the Bucks.
I wish you would have had the courage of your convictions.
But I can't tell a lie. I just can't lie. I would love to see my Heat in there, and I think we're gonna have a real shot. I picked Philly in the beginning of the season, but they've been disappointing. And your guy, Joel Embiid, can't stay healthy, so I can't put no stock or no faith in that. So I gotta say the Bucks.
That's true. Okay, and I'm not too far off. I'm Clippers and Bucks. I have not seen LeBron look this bad against one team since maybe San Antonio, his early years. Like, I have to see him beat Kawhi. I haven't seen him even have a decent game against him recently. We can really say with the last 2 years we haven't seen him have a good game against Kawhi. And that worries me. And I'm the biggest LeBron fan there is, but I'm a realist at the end of the day. And I know he hasn't looked good in any of those games. And it's frustrating. I need Braun to drop 81. But I need Braun to drop 81.
Stop.
I need that.
Braun's not that guy.
Whoa.
He's not going to do that.
Whoa.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he's incapable. I'm saying LeBron is more so going to play within the flow of the game and get his guys involved rather than saying everybody got to wait and go get these.
Yeah, you're right most of the time. But don't forget Game 7 against those Celtics in the conference finals where LeBron went nuclear when it scored 63.
Yeah, that's one time. How many times?
I just need him to score 81 one time. I don't need him to do it every night. Just do it one time for the Mamba. He can't do it for Kobe one time.
I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm saying
he's more than capable.
He's not going to get out of his bag. He's not going to get out of his play.
He ain't got in his bag against Kawhi yet.
Okay.
I just need to see it. But like I said, I got the Clippers versus Bucks, but I do have a stipulation in there. We've talked about this off wax more than a few times. If the Lakers get a shot creator, and they trade Kuzma for a 3-and-D guy like a Covington, I'm in. I'm in.
Covington, ain't nobody that's gonna change.
No, he is.
Not gonna
He's what the Lakers need.
And we're not even sure if people are even high on Kuzma to even get him.
People are high on Kuzma.
I can't.
He's a future All-Star.
If the Lakers want to get rid of him, how is other people high on him?
It's about fit. It's not about who's the best player. Like, it's about fit. But we know what Kuzma is. We know he's a bucket automatic. Would it surprise you if down the road he's an all-star or in that conversation?
It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not saying it right now.
Yeah. But look, he's third fiddle coming off the bench. Like, he's not in the situation to
Covington as your third fiddle instead?
We don't really need a third fiddle if we got LeBron James, AD, and shooters and defenders around.
Okay.
Listen to this lineup. LeBron James, Danny Green, Robert Covington, Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee.
I don't like that more than I like Kuzma being there.
What?
I don't.
What does Kuzma give you?
He's a better all-around bucket than Covington. Covington's going to score
hands
from
down.
one spot on the floor, and that's from the three.
Covington's going to defend. That's an all-NBA defender.
Okay, it's fine. Their defense is not a problem.
their perimeter defense is a huge problem.
Their perimeter defense is a problem, but overall,
It's a huge
they're
problem.
They're a top team in defense.
All right, I'll give you that.
He's not gonna take them from a poor 3-point team to a great 3-point team defensively.
Oh, he could definitely do that. He could at least get them from poor to good. Because right now they're poor. But let's switch all the way up now. Let's get to the NFL. Let's hit on that. Man, what you got for the Super Bowl?
Gotta go.
Oh wow, he just did that.
I'm gonna tell you why. They have an all-time talent with Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
I believe in Andy Reid. He's a top 5 coach. He does not get enough respect. He's the first ballot Hall of Fame, no matter if he wins this game or not. And you know my affinity for the defensive line, and I really want to pick San Francisco. But if I have to choose and let me duking out between Jimmy G and Pat Mahomes, I'm going Pat Mahomes. Because as great as the defensive line is for the San Francisco 49ers, that secondary is not going to be able to keep up with Tyreek. Pick your poison, man. Just pick your poison.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're definitely right about that. But I'm just trying to think, when was the last time we seen a great offense beat a great defense in the Super Bowl? That's just something to think about, but I'm going to go ahead and say them 49ers finna do it. Them 49ers finna win. And I got a score for you too, 28-21. Oh, it's gonna be low scoring, it's gonna be close.
You think Patrick Mahomes, who's never scored under 23 points, is gonna get to the Super Bowl and score 21?
How many times has he played the 49ers this year? I don't believe they have. And this defense is different. They're bringing a first round, third overall pick off the bench on this D-line. So they're different. Like they can get a solid rush on you without bringing anybody else. They just need for it.
Yeah, but what they gonna do when Jimmy G has an inevitable turnover that he has?
He's gonna have that. He's gonna have that. But at the end of the day, their run game is a problem. And yeah, the Chiefs did stop Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry was gassed, and he looked it from the beginning of that game. He looked gassed. He wasn't running with the same ferocity he was before. You know what I mean? He looked a little. He didn't have that same wiggle.
I mean, I think this game is gonna be a little bit higher. I think the Chiefs are gonna get about 38. It's gonna be 38-31.
If the Chiefs get if the 49ers don't get in the. If they let these Kansas City Chiefs get over 30, I have a tough time seeing them win this game.
They gotta get 30 to beat Mahomes. You're not beating Mahomes with under 30. He's never scored under 23 points.
There's a first time for everything, and this is that first time. But all right, cool. Let's do this now. Let's hit on some of these awards. Who do you have for Executive of the Year?
Executive of the Year, I got San Francisco 49ers.
Okay. I'm not even mad at that. That's a good one. I got Baltimore, but I mean, hey, the 49ers are my second. It's a toss-up between the two. I just want to throw this in. The Pro Bowl sucks, and I don't know how they can fix it. But I mean, I seen some of the highlights. They did a cool little tribute to Kobe. I think they scored a touchdown, and they all did a little fadeaway. So that was cool. But man, there is just, I don't know what they can do to change this. But man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
That's John Lynch from
yeah, and Eric DeCosta for Baltimore, I believe. So yeah, okay. Just to keep it going, Coach of the Year, I have John Harbaugh. Who you got?
No surprise, I got Bill Belichick. And
Really?
And I'm gonna explain to you why. The man had the IR bus with a whole nother roster on it, pretty much. Went through all different types of changes. Tom Brady being 42, offensive line injuries.
Yeah.
Run game not looking too well. And where was he at? He still made it to the playoffs. Still got 12 wins. That's phenomenal to do.
I'm not gonna go as crazy on that as those 12 wins as you, because they are in the weakest division. So at least amongst the weakest division.
Not
so
even, because they had two teams make the playoffs, so they can't be amongst the weakest.
I guess you're right about that. Who are the two teams?
The Bills and the Patriots.
Well, so they had one other team in that division make the okay.
How many other divisions do that?
That's fair. That's fair. One other team is what you should say. You don't count the Patriots. They don't play themselves.
No,
but I feel you.
What I mean by that is that you can't be the weakest division when two of the teams
They're
in
one
your
of them.
division go to the playoffs. And I think
Is that debatable that they're one of the weakest divisions?
I don't think it's as bad as it used to be no more.
not bad.
People want to keep that narrative going and going, but over the years we've had Jets teams make AFC championship
every now and then.
We've had.
There's no consistency is the thing about it though.
Yeah, of course.
Flash in the pans happen everywhere.
Okay.
They happen everywhere except for Cleveland. Except for Cleveland. They happen everywhere but Cleveland. But just to keep it pushing along, who do you got? This is one I really want to know about. Who do you have for comeback player of the year?
Comeback player of the year, I got Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, that's a
To
good
get hurt
one.
and to come back, be top 5 in rushing, and he was leading the rushing for most of the year.
Yeah, he
balled
was.
out. Great guy.
Derek came in and swiped that at the last minute.
Yeah.
Oh man. Not to get too far off topic, but that kind of reminds me of how Shaq kind of had that scoring title sewed up. I forgot what year it was, but then David Robinson was like 47 points away, and they just kept feeding him the ball the last game of the season. He ended up scoring 51 and getting the scoring title. But yeah, it's kind of the same little thing that happened with Derrick Henry. But who I have for comeback player of the year is Ryan Tannehill.
What?
Yeah. Ryan came and he showed us something. And he played phenomenal. They closed the season out, got them in the playoffs, got a big win.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Ryan Tannehill.
I have to emphatically disagree with you.
Yeah.
But okay.
That's what I got. I'm telling you, that's what I got. This one as well was one I was curious about. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Now, I'm stuck at a crosshairs. I got Josh Allen and I got Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
Now Josh Allen, he's
You mean
getting
Nick?
double and triple team.
Is it Nick Bosa?
No, excuse me, Nicky Bosa.
Okay.
Nicky Bosa, excuse me. I got Nick Bosa. So, Josh Allen had more sacks.
Yeah.
He had more tackles. He had more tackles for loss. No, Joey Bosa had more tackles for loss.
Yeah.
He had more QB hits. And he was the only real talent on the Jags. I mean, I guess they had Calais Campbell as well, but
Yeah.
Nick Bosa plays with 4 other first rounders. He getting one-on-ones all day.
True. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Josh Allen, he's a beast. You can't take anything away from him. I gave him some consideration as well, but Nick, just the impact of him just felt bigger to me.
Yeah.
For some reason. But yeah, it could be what you said. He's playing with he's playing in bigger games. He has other great players around him, and he's shining amongst them. So that just makes him look even better. But Offensive Rookie of the Year, I got Josh Jacobs.
I agree.
With the Raiders, and I was gonna say I don't think there's gonna be too much discussion to be even had there. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm assuming it's gonna be the same. I'll let you go ahead and start off. Tell me who you got for that.
Oh, man,
But
you know who I got. My guy, Stephon Gilmore.
of course, yeah, and I mean I don't even see an argument for anyone else. So
Man scored more touchdowns than he had touchdowns scored on him. Stop playing with him.
man, to stay on topic with cornerbacks, what do you think about the beef between Richard Sherman and Revis? Now that was crazy.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I think that Revis just needs to let it go, that it's old and it's played out. It's almost like the Eminem and Mariah beef. It's just kind of like, what else do you got to say? I mean,
I feel you on
Revis
that.
is an all-time better corner than Sherman, no doubt. But, I mean, Sherman does what he does.
Yeah.
They don't ask him to follow. When he was in Seattle, why would he follow? They had Maxwell, they had Browner, they had Thomas. They had, why? Why would he?
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. You can only do what's asked of you. For Revis to even call him out, and he's headed to the Super Bowl. It's laughable, really. It's like this guy's heading to the Super Bowl, and you want to nitpick. But I mean, it was petty. But I mean, I just want to see what you had to say about that.
Man, come off a torn Achilles.
Exactly.
Going to the Super Bowl.
Man.
And he's in
That's
his 9th,
tough.
10th year. What was Reeves looking like in that 9th, 10th year?
Not like this.
So, all credit to Sherman.
Yeah, of course. Offensive Player of the Year, who you got?
Big whoop. Big trust. Lamar Jackson. Black Jesus.
That's who you got? Okay. I got Michael Thomas.
Whoa. What?
I got Michael Thomas. He had an amazing year. I'm gonna give it to Michael Thomas. But I can see Lamar Jackson too. But we already know he's gonna get MVP.
So you doing this off this?
I'm not giving him both.
Is that what this is?
I ain't giving him both.
Why not?
He don't get both.
So receiving is better than the quarterbacks.
He had an amazing year, but there's no way he gets both.
And you know I love.
He
Michael
deserves.
Thomas, Ohio
Look.
State guy.
I'll be fair. He deserves both.
Okay.
But he's not gonna get both. I don't see it.
Okay.
But Michael Thomas had an amazing year. He had an all-time year just as well. He broke records as well. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. I could definitely see you taking him. But I mean, then you gonna give him MVP and Offensive Player of the Year?
Yep. He plays offense.
That's fair.
He's gonna win the MVP with.
That's
so I don't see.
How many times have we seen that though? Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much. We both know who the MVP was. I don't think there's a shadow of a doubt in anybody's mind. So I mean, Lamar Jackson, big trust, woo woo, yeah, all that. And just before we close up, what are your Patriots gonna do at quarterback? Who's gonna be QB1 next season? Right now, just let me know.
Thomas Brady.
All right, no Edison.
Quarterback. Okay.
Okay.
That's gonna be great.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see what y'all do
We're gonna
with
try to sneak and get Tua or something.
the remains of Thomas Edison Brady. We'll see what happens. But watch out for them boys. We're gonna win it all next year. All right. Thanks for tuning in. You've been watching the Daily Dose. All right. We out. But real quick, let me give a shout out to Bag Mob for the music. Keep doing what y'all doing. We love it.
Gang.
Gang, gang.